Afternoon. So for those of you that don't follow the channel, you probably won't care about none of this. I don't even know what you're doing here right now. But for those of you that are in the know, and you know, we got a lot going on, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things happening. Yeah, this is my first Fireball, like just a few drinks. Just gonna have one tonight, just to calm the nerves. We got a lot of stuff changing, a lot of stuff going bye-bye, so to make room for other stuff. So we've got an unboxing from eBay, our secret baits that if you know, you know. When they're on, they're on. So, without further ado, we're going to undo the unboxing. Then we got to say bye to... Where is my camera? That little dude right there. So anyway, this is a package from eBay. Very little package, but it packs a big punch. Hopefully, if they're all in there. So hopefully if you haven't watched the video, go watch the video at the last catch of the end of that video. The morning grind, basically, then tough conditions video that I just put out. So we've got some secret little baits. Let me get rid of that. That I think Jacob Wheeler has refused to let us all know that this bait is still a very productive bait. So the Jabberjaw, specifically I think the deep diving Jabberjaw is probably the best of the two, just because there's a lot of square bills that kind of in the range of the regular Jabberjaw. That deep diver is kind of all on its own. It's kind of in between a square bill, wigglewort, or rock crawler kind of thing. So we already had that color, but then we got this color too. You guys can see that. Oh, I heard a turbo. What's going on around here? What's going on around here? So anyway, and we're going to talk about what I'm looking forward to getting that's not fishing related. And then I think that's either Twitty Pie, or I think they had a couple different names for these. But this was like, it was under $20 shipped and all from eBay. So these originally sold, the Jabberjaws were like $12 or $12.95, $11.99, something like that when they first came out, and that's probably why they were eventually discontinued, because then they dropped down to like $7, $8, and I think a lot of different people bought them, then they just weeded them out, right? So, hello, need a PB&J? Yeah, I know. Anyway, Charles, RugBurn's going bye-bye. We're going to take a little, I'm going to take you guys a little walkthrough through RugBurn, and that's what this video is for, but to unbox these, and then we got to go eat with the geriatrics ward of people. I don't know, I'm not making fun of people. If you're old, welcome to the club. We're all old, right, Charles? We're all old now. So anyway, let me get a drink of Fireball, because this is one of those kind of afternoons. RugBurn is totally fixed. Just had a muffler put on. I thought I just got attacked by something. There was a piece of grass, the wind blew. But RugBurn's fixed. No issues whatsoever. Perfectly fine running 5.4 Triton, 4-door, 4-wheel drive. Perfect. But it's time to sell it, because it'll only be a month or two before something else will happen, because it's got 290,000 miles. I bought it with like 237, say 240. I didn't realize I put that many miles. I think I've only had it, how long have I had that truck? About 3 years? I didn't realize I put that many miles on the vehicle. But anyway, we're going to jump over here. And we're liable to get like, it's supposed to rain. So anyway, I'm going to try to figure out how to flip the script. I think I can still do it. Okay, so here we're going to take a little look. As you can see, it's one of the only times I've got RugBurn cleaned up, because it's a fishing machine, right? So RugBurn is a 2002 5.4 Triton King Ranch, and we just put brand new tires. These are brand new. Look at that deep, look at that tread. Brand new, 100 miles or so, whatever, not a lot of miles yet. Mickey Thompson Baja Legend EXP. And in my opinion, if you have an older 4x4, the Baja Legends are a good choice, because you can get raised white letter. They just have that kind of good stance look to them, as far as they kind of like old, new, whatever. But anyway, so RugBurn's going bye-bye. I figured I'd show you guys the interior of why And I would be curious, you guys comment below, like what would this truck sell for in your area? Because one of my friends lives over in Australia, not really a friend, but from, you know, the forums on Facebook and stuff, fishing, Chris, and he's like, dude, these things sell like, it's a good running 4-wheel drive, 4-door 4x4 is like insanely priced. But anyway, if you guys know the King Ranches, now it's still got these kind of weird stain looking things to it, but they're notorious for like drying up and cracking out. And I literally just treated this thing yesterday. These darken right up, but then they faded right out. So I need to buy another. It's like $15 for one bottle. Treat it again, but there's no tears. Let's try to take a look through in here. There's no tears. There's not even any tears on the steering wheel. It's the original steering wheel that matches with the kind of a matching, I guess they call this like a saddle leather. The only downside to these, they've all got the King Ranch emblems, is these kind of get poofy and don't really stay up quite right. But in the back, there's like tons of room for adults and whatever. So the rear interior, it's perfect. And the main thing on these trucks is right here, just from us lard butts climbing in and out of it. And this one, I think it had a running board that either rusted out or whatever at some point. Somebody took them off. But so there's no tears, little wears things, but no like cracking to tears to where there's no sign of it anytime soon is going to be a problem. Now there's this darker stain right through here. That's not me. I didn't do that. Maybe I did that. But some of that was already there. This is kind of stained up. But there's no tears in the seat. That seat is harder. But it's like it needs, it kind of needs some TLC as far as conditioned and whatever. But if you guys know the whole deal with these older, I'm not sure when they started the King Ranches, roughly around this year. I don't know if it was 2000 or 2001 or 2, but to find one that there's no tears, not even up here in the steering wheel. Usually this is just totally garbage and they've already put like a cover on it. Especially on a truck with 290,000 miles. It's before I got it, I think they took pretty good care of it. And I haven't abused it. I just use it for a fishing machine. I don't like go crazy with it. I just drive it. But you've got electric sunroof, even the pedals are the adjustable one. It does have the heated seat that works fine, cold air, heat. We had to work on the air, finally got it fixed. It's good. What else? That's pretty much it. But anyway, RugBurn, it's time to go. Been a good truck. Just the last things I fixed, I had an intake put on it. And I'll give a shout out to Keith at Apex, because I'm getting ready to talk about Keith here in a minute. Apex Auto Works in Lenexa, Kansas is who's done most of the work, or my cousin Robbie, between them. And then just recently, if you guys are around the Independence area, JJ Muffler up on like 40 and Blue Ridge area. Kind of, I don't know if the high boy's still there, but JJ Muffler just put a muffler on for me. Real cheap. That dude, JJ Mufflers, and then Keith at Apex Auto Works. Keith knows his deal when it comes to kind of exotic cars and Fords. Keith is, he's got a Raptor, he's got a Bronco, he's had the old Fox Body Mustangs he used to build for racing. He's younger than me. I still call him like a kid, but he's getting older too. He's got to be in his 40s now, I think. Late 30s or 40. But anyway, Keith knows the stuff on Fords and some exotic type stuff. So RugBurn has got to go. I'll tell you what I'm looking at, and I'm going to tell you guys what I got rid of and what to be looking forward to. So let's flip the script back around. Bye, RugBurn. Nobody's really made an offer that I liked yet anyway. So I listed it. It's on Facebook Marketplace if you want to go on there yourself and just see what I listed. Took a few pics. I just put it, you guys comment, like I said below, what you think that truck is worth. Perfectly running, does not leak any oil in between oil changes, brand new tires, 4-wheel drive works. I guess I can give you a quick list of what I put on it, kind of thing, if you really want to know. I've listed it on that deal. So I put it for $6,000 or best offer. I know I went and looked to find one. First of all, you can't find a King Ranch that doesn't have the driver's seat where you're going to need to either run a seat cover on it or, you know, it's trash. So they're not even selling those. Either they've already, people are content to keep those as collectors, or they're trashed out kind of deal. But the closest ones I found are, there's like a few for 4,000, but they've got trashed interior. So you know, I don't even know what would it cost to have a seat recovered and all this and that different stuff. I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna have one lose thing that I kept. So Keith, that I was just telling you about, Apex Auto Works, he's a fisherman also, and between him and Jeremy, you remember we went fishing one time with Jeremy, and I caught the my first smallmouth. Keith and Jeremy both live in Kansas, and they've been trying to get me to go fishing with them again. I probably will, but so Keith was like, you know, asking me, hey man, what's this, what's that, what do I get? And I'm like, well, I got some high-end combos I'm not like I'm gonna get rid of. So one thing led to another. I sold him our 3 lose reels, 2 lose rods, and the Dobbins, and I gave him a deal, $1,000 for all 3 of those. So they're gone. I'm going to show you guys the only thing I kept that I plan on keeping, that if it broke it today, I would go buy a brand new one to replace it. And you guys would probably already know that follow the channel. The Jerkbait Signature Series KVD rod, 6'10" medium heavy. This is just, I gave $100 for it up at Rogers, if you guys remember right. This thing's just awesome. Like, I would buy, if I come across these again, just like the Poison Adrena, I will buy another one. And if this one breaks, I will, even if I have to spend $189, it's an awesome rod. So what I sold Keith was, some of you may have already guessed, because he's wanting some higher end stuff. So we sold him the Elite TI combo, the reel that was on that, the Hyper Mag, along with, if you guys remember right, about the 7-foot square bill and red eye shad rod. That sold him that combo, and then the orange Custom Pro on the Dobbins, I sold him that. So literally all 3 of those combos for $1,000. I had over that, I got deals on all of them over the last few months, like tracking down deals up at Rogers and whatever, and I had like $1,200 in those 3 combos. So I just like, give me $1,000, I want them gone, because I need to put money towards buying another truck. I want to get this one gone. So we're no longer a loser around here. We're just not. Am I still a loser if I have Keith's a loser now? Charles was going to be a loser. He don't want to buy nothing. But no, those reels are good, but like Keith asked me, he's like, well, what do you want to get rid of these for? I'm like, well, I have like 5 $1,250 Loomis Steez combos that I don't even fish half those a lot of times. We got a lot of stuff to test and check out. So I'm going to give you guys my rundown on those. You've seen me fish them. I don't really need to be holding them there. You guys know what the orange one looks like, what the silver one, the Hyper Mag, that crazy loud when you cast it. But other than that, a very awesome reel. But I only gave $200 for it. It's $350. I still don't know. $350 is like that's a stretch. Pay that much. I don't think I would spend that again. I would much rather, even though it's heavier, like I've told you guys, that Daiwa Tatula is probably what I'm going to buy to put on this reel, or sorry, this rod. And then I still kind of need to find something for the Super Destroyer. Other than that, we're good. We got like 9 combos still, 5 Steez reels, the Tatula, and the Zillion. And I do still have the BB1. If you guys remember right, about that used off eBay for like $140. That one's still on another rod that I let Javier use. So we still got that. Now, I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but I did get rid of the one Poison Adrena. So we still have the Poison Adrena that I put the other Steez on. But the brand new one I bought for a spare, I ended up, if you remember at the beginning of this season, I bought the MG Extreme 2 from up at Rogers for $300. I bought the, what did I give, $250 for the Poison Adrena. Anyway, so I gave that combo to my son, which is his birthday today. Happy birthday, brother. We call him brother, but his real name's Norman. That's my real name, by the way, if you didn't know. But anyway, when his kids were having a birthday party, I went down there. I gave them, remember that tub of stuff with all the baits I didn't use? I took that down there, and then I gave him that rod and reel combo and a bunch of the other just cheap rods that I don't use. You guys may have not even seen them on the videos, but I wanted him to have that combo so he can use it, because I don't even need, I use the Poison Adrena not that often. It's awesome, probably still between the Poison Adrena and this rod, I'll be honest. Poison Adrena is still probably a little bit better overall, but man, for the money, it's hard to beat this Lose. I like the feel of this right here better than the Poison Adrena, but in all honesty, the blank and what it does, the Poison Adrena is still that just all around, you know, for everything. If you just want one rod, slap a good reel of your choice on that rod to go, you know, fish everything, crankbaits, chatterbaits, jigs, you know, even down to a 1/4 ounce up to maybe 3/4. Between this and the Poison Adrena, they're the best all around. Now my favorite is the GLX, which it's right there with them, but it's more expensive than all of them, so it's like, yeah. But the GLX is probably my favorite rod now, period. But man, for the money, it is hard to beat this. Like, if I go to the poorhouse, which I could at some point if I get rid of that and I try to spend too much money on a newer truck, I could be in the poorhouse. I will have no problem fishing with this rod, and then just give me a little Berkeley Lightning rod in the medium action, and I can cover most of my fishing I really like to do. So anyway, that Lose Signature Series jerkbait, the Poison Adrena 611 Medium Plus, which I don't think you can get it in the newer one, the Megabass P5 blade, and then the GLX in any of the 803, the 8, they make 820, 843, or you know, that 3 power in the GLX, because it kind of will do more than what a jig and worm rod will. The MBR, not just the GLX, the MBR. Those are like my favorite rods. But if you guys just watched the last video on topwater baits, I was fishing the buzz baits, but like just confidence rods for big fish, the Super Destroyer. So 1/2 ounce or bigger jigs, buzz baits, not chatterbaits, spinner baits, but not chatterbaits. For, I don't know, I can't figure it out. It is horrible with chatterbaits, but just big fish. Once you get a big fish hooked on to that Super Destroyer, I'm gonna knock on wood. There's wood right here. Hang on. That Super Destroyer is just like on another level of rod. It's hard to explain. It's just not a good all around for everything rod. It's just not good for all around everything. And the higher version up from like the blade is the Tequila back rack. So for like all the heavy stuff, if you're like where you're in that medium light, medium heavy area, when you're going strictly medium heavy to extra heavy, that's where the Tequila back rack is kind of on that level. Kind of feels, you know, a beefed up version of the blade. It's more parabolic. Super Destroyer is just more of a power. Like, I really feel like even though I can throw heavier baits and maybe catch a bigger fish, if you had to take it to the extreme on a Tequila back rack, I still just get the feeling like the Super Destroyer has a more power, like on the initial hook set, and just it doesn't quite bow down in as deep as the Tequila back rack, if that makes sense. But they're all good rods, P5. So anyway, that's it. I am anxious to get out when I finally do get out. I kind of told myself I wasn't going fishing again until I sell that and buy something else, but I don't know. At this point, I don't know if I'm going to stick with that or not. Technically, I could go fishing, just not in RugBurn, because if I load the boat back up, there's the boat's right back there, the Bass Baby right there. Then the next thing you know, I got the batteries in, I got the rods in, and we're just like, just get it all filthy again. Let's just go another year fishing in RugBurn. But I think it's just that time where I've been through them. Oh, let's look at these baits one more time. So now I have 3 of these, and that's all I need. If I lose another one, I'll probably buy another one, or maybe I'll wait till I lose one. As of right now, they're easily found on eBay for roughly what they were new, or even a little cheaper. Not as cheap as they got down to at one point. But the deep diving jabberjaws. So that's my favorite color by far. But this, honestly, once that water is stained at any given time, that you guys know the deal. Chartreuse black back, basically. This one's got a little orange on it, but and then just a craw, kind of a natural. It's got a little bit of everything in it, right? It's got that it's got that even like a bluey type belly. I kind of wish it had a little orange right there, but honestly, you could add that if you wanted to. You know. So yeah, what was I talking about? Let me just, for those of you that just don't know when to quit, like me, I'm gonna give you a little rundown. We're gonna talk about. Let me try to turn this camera. So let's just have the truck in the background. So those trucks right there. I know this is Ford country, right? Right behind it there, you got a Mercury Mariner. That's Javier's gonna be called. Baby girl, what are you doing out here? Dog's out here. What are you doing? You wanna say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here. Come here. Let's say hi to everybody. That baby girl gonna say hi. Let her fix her ears. There she is. What are you doing? She's the silent type. Okay, get up there. So anyway, let's talk about that body style of Ford pickups. That makes the fourth or fifth one I've had. So if you guys know me, you probably heard this old dude talk about his 99 Ford Lightning way more times than you care to have me repeat. But I had a 99 Ford Lightning 5.4 Triton supercharged, 2-wheel drive, very nice truck. It was like 13.5 in the quarter mile, like it was fast. Stock, just stock. Like back in the day, that's when guys were putting like under pulleys, putting a tune on them, and they were like running 11s on just that supercharger made a world of difference. So then I had, if you guys, I don't know if you guys, I don't think, yeah, I made videos with the Beast. So back when Noah and Javier, when they were real little, you could kind of watch. And oh, if you go back and watch, you go look at the Wrangler Duratrack Bonsai, Google that, you will see those tires were on the Beast, which was a 97 blue super cab, not a, or extended cab. It wasn't a 4-door crew cab. It was, maybe it was called super cab, but that truck, that was called the Beast just because that was probably honestly the fastest one of these 4-wheel drives that I had. That truck just, it was a beast. I put the Duratracks on it. I think it was like a 285 65 16 or something with Eagle wheels. It was beat up somewhat, but the truck still looked good, looked pretty good. Then I got rid of it. Unfortunately, we had a 2004, the yellow truck. You see it in the videos. You'll see me driving. That truck was a pile of junk. And then, so I went back to the old school. That's the reason I went back. 2004 to 2008, maybe even any of those 5.4s, when they went to the 3-valve, like horrible. Cam phasers, junk. So then we went back to the black truck, which is probably in some of the videos. You'll see here and there on the bank. No problems with that truck. It's had so much rust down low. Like on the bottom, the quarter thing, they were just like gone. The truck's still around. I gave $1,000 for it to a guy at work, and I made the mistake and told my mom, well, when I get rid of it, upgrade to a different truck. If you want it, because she wanted to talk about needing a spare truck, so she'd have a truck. I'll let her have her for what I gave for it. Well, I shouldn't have done it because I could have used all the parts on this truck right here. Same thing. So, and that was a 2000. So drove it about a year or so, finally found a deal on this one, so I sold it to my mom for $1,000. It's still running and driving. Picked this one up, had the so the other truck, and most of these trucks you're going to go through, the two main things are honestly, in my opinion, AC compressors, and they're going to spit the spark plugs out. So this one I didn't even jack around. The other ones I just kind of had like whether they call it a Healy coil or they just like retap and put in a metal insert and JB Weld or Loctite or whatever that went in each as they pop out. So when I bought this truck, I took it to Keith and we bought a kit, and I just paid him to pull all the plugs out, retap, re-drill and tap, put all new inserts in, but JB Weld them in, no Loctite. I wanted them permanently, no issues with that. So for about almost 2 years, not too many issues, other than the intake's always leaked. It's always had this weird idling thing, and I figured it was probably what it was. So then this last year, we put new plugs, coil packs, and then I paid Keith to put an intake on it. If you guys remember right in the beginning of this season, I'm always down at Mike's, and that's when I had Mike and Robbie were working on it, jacking with this and that. Finally, I just took it to Keith and I'm like, put an intake on it. Was done with that. Then it had the converters were jacking up, so I did between Robbie and JJ's muffler, we got the converter, the exhaust fixed, and then the last thing I had JJ muffler do was like a glass pack or reverse resonator or whatever you want to call it, whatever they call it nowadays. It's basically like put a muffler that's not quiet, but it's not loud, just cheap to so now it's quiet and I guess I should have started just so you guys could hear it. You guys want to do that? Let's do that. Just so you guys will know what it sounds like. Let me try to reverse it again. Oh my god. Oh my god. So let's just, hopefully it starts. Wouldn't this be awkward if the battery is dead? Oh no, it's got a new battery too. It's got new wiper blades, new battery. Back in 23 we put the alternator on it. Oh my god, what are you listening to? 107.3. That's ridiculous. So yeah, tilt and cruise a little weird. But so you got the engine light is always on. The only way it'll come off is if you never start it in the mornings, because all you have to do is start it up in the morning. Wow, look at that old nasty pipe. But we do have new tires. So, well, let's roll down the windows and see if we can hear it from inside as we shut off the AC. So, not loud, just sounds good, I think. Like when you're inside. Good, right? Okay, so I'm going to end that with that, since we got to go eat, like I mentioned, with the geriatrics. That's what, I don't call them that, they call themselves that. Alright, so we're leaving. So anyway, guys, hopefully you liked this video. Thanks for watching. And, yeah, comments. So I will talk to you guys later. The RugBurn is gone. Still a good looking truck overall. Still a good looking truck. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I gotta go. Gotta go eat. Gotta find something to drink. Oh boy, wait a minute. Somebody's walking through here. I hope that ain't a telemarketer, salesman, or Jehovah's Witness wanting to talk to me today. I might tell him how I feel. I might tell him the truth. See you guys later. Gotta go. You taking your car? Right here, I gotta put this shit up.